Okay, so this is a part 2 of the ACP Geometry section 1.4, measuring, now this is angles, okay? So the objective 2, the part 2 of this packet is by the end of this lesson, I'll be able to find the measures of angles. And here's the vocabulary. Angle. An angle is formed by two rays with the same endpoint. The rays are the size of an angle, and the common endpoints is the vertex of an angle. So what it means is this. Okay, this is the vertex of angle. An angle is formed by one common endpoint and two different rays. Okay, so this angle is also angle as this angles because ray doesn't have end, right? So angle is made by two rays. And so this is called the side of the angles, and this is called vertex of the angle. Acute angle. An acute angle is an angle whose measure is between, the measure of angle is the degree of the angle, okay? So an acute angle is an angle whose measure is between 0 and 90. And the right angle is the angle whose measure is exactly 90. So the between, this have to be less than 90, okay? This is exactly 90. Obtuse angle is angle between 90 and 180. So you have to be greater than 90 and have to be smaller than 180. Okay, it does not include 90 or 180. Straight angle is when it's exactly 180. Okay, so it's 0, 90, exactly 90, 90 to 180, exactly 180. Okay, all right. Congruent angles. The congruent angles are angles that have the same measure. Now we talk more about the measure when we do the protractor poster in the following page. Okay, and just like when we did the segment, there was segment AB and segment BC, and there's also AB and BC, and you remember the difference. These are the geometric figure, the actual segment, and this is the distance between the 2 points. So these are numbers. Just like that, for angles you have, this is the geometric figure, actual angle that is made by the vertex and the rays, and they are congruent. Whereas when you have M, the M for measure in front of the angle, this is referring to the number, the measure of the angle. It's not referring to the geometric angle that is made by the vertex and rays. This is the measure of angle, the number, just like this. Okay? So for those you use equal, and for geometric figure we use congruent. Okay? So name angle 1 in two other ways. Here's angle 1. So you can call this angle, this angle 1 is referring to this angle. Okay, you can call it angle 1, or you can call it AEC, or you can also call angle CEA. By the way, I like to put this line for the angle sign instead of just this, so I don't get confused with the L. But if you want to just do this, that's fine with me as well. One thing to notice, naming the angles, the vertex is going to be always in the middle, and start with the points on the rays. So points on the rays, vertex, points on the rays. You can start from either side of the angles, and it's still referring to the same angle. Okay. So angle 2 would be angle CED or DEC. Okay, and then if you're referring to this whole angle, then you call it angle AED or DEA. Either way, you want to put the products in the middle of the three alphabets. You cannot call this angle angle E, because if there are this angle and also this angle, so you have to use you either have to refer to by the number or three alphabets, and if you want to refer to this big angle, only way to call it is using three alphabets. Okay, all right, so name each angles in three different ways. Let's do this one as well. Right here, this one you can call angle Y. It's okay to call angle Y because there's only one acute angle, meaning it's less than one. Actually, only one angle that is less than straight line. Okay, you don't count this as an angle Y. When there is only one angle at the vertex, we are referring to the one that is less than 180. Okay, so even it's like this, and then this didn't exist, and X is over here, you can still call this angle Y. Up until the straight line, you can call it angle Y. Okay, or you can call it XYZ or ZYX. So those are the three ways to call this angle: XYZ or ZYX. And for this one, you can call it angle 1 or angle C or angle PCM or angle MCB. Okay. All right, use a figure at the right name the indicated angle in two different ways. So I want you to do these, try these. Okay, and some of these are going to be a survey problem. And then we just choose angle. We're going to do these in the class. Okay. And protractor portrait. Okay, so we had the ruler portrait. You remember that you can put some kind of unit measurement next to the points, and then you can measure the distance. For the same thing, you can put some kind of measuring unit next to the angles, and you can measure the measure of angle. Okay, so the universal measure of angle is a degree, right? And 360 degrees the whole circle, and 180 is the straight line, and so forth. There is another measuring unit that is called radian, and I think you guys will run that in pre-calc. So next year you do algebra 2, and after that you do pre-calc, so you will learn radian in pre-calc. Okay, I can talk more about this in the class, but the protractor portrait is basically this: if there's an angle, you can measure the measure of angle. Okay, and identify acute right. Let's do this in the class. Okay, so video is short. And angle addition portrait. Okay, so this one is basically saying this angle plus this angle is this angle. This angle plus this angle is this angle. It's common sense because it's a portrait. The only part that you have to remember is that this B, the ray that making the two angles, have to be interior of an angle. It have to be inside, even if it's a straight angle. Okay, and angle addition portrait only works for when the so measure of angle A or B plus measure of angle B or C equal measure of angle A or C, as long as B is interior of angle A or C. And I know this is a little bit confusing. I will talk more about this in the class, but basically the point is, let's look at A and C here, and then if the B is over here, which is interior, meaning it's less than 180, so this side is less than 180, this is more than 180, so this side is interior, this side is exterior. So if B is here, measure of angle A or B is this one, and measure of angle B or C is this one. So this plus this does not equal this. When measure of angle A or C, they are referring to this one. That's why the B have to be interior for the angle addition portrait to work. Okay, so I think I wanted to do these for homework for those examples, and then we do the rest in class.